Hi you guys, if you want to see how I turn a few simple ingredients into an easy and delicious breakfast dish, stay tuned. So these are the items that we're going to be working with. We have some Hillshire Farm turkey breast, which is really good. We have a half of an onion. We have 3 russet potatoes. We have 3 eggs, and we have some bread. Now this dish is for people who are running low on items like we were this particular morning, and you still want to make something really delicious to eat. So this is what I came up with these few simple ingredients. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the potatoes first. We're going to peel them and cut them up in bite-sized pieces so we can make some breakfast potatoes. Like that. So once I was done cutting up my potatoes, I like to put them in water so they won't oxidize and turn brown on me. So while they're chilling out, we're going to go ahead and move on to the half onion, and we're just going to clean the onion up a bit, cut off those ends that we're not going to use and take off that outer layer. Then we're just going to cut them up into tiny strips. In my cast iron, I have a little bit of oil. I'm just going to go ahead and put my onions in. Now, I put mine in early because I don't like the bite of an onion. I like for my onion to be really cooked down and wilted and caramelized. So I put mine in a little bit earlier, but if you don't like that in an onion and you want to still kind of have a bite to it, I would suggest that you wait until maybe the halfway point of your potatoes being done and then put your onions in and cook them down that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and stir these two ingredients together, and I'm going to tint it with some foil and let it continue to cook and let that steam cook the potatoes all the way through. You definitely want to make sure that you aren't cooking your potatoes on a high heat because you risk them browning or even burning on the outside before the inside gets a chance to cook all the way through. And you definitely don't want to leave these potatoes alone for a long period of time. Keep checking them every couple minutes and turning them every so often so that your potatoes cook evenly. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to our bread. We're going to be making egg in a hole, which is a super easy but delicious dish. And I'm just taking a wine glass and cutting a hole in the middle of my bread. Moving on to the turkey breasts, we're just going to cut them in strips and dice them up. And of course, we're going to go ahead and check our potatoes and give them a good toss, making sure that everything is cooking nice and evenly. When our potatoes are just about done, we're going to go ahead and make our egg in a holes. And I'm using the griddle just to make this process a little bit easier. And I'm going to go ahead and butter it and lay our bread on just like so. Next, we're going to go ahead and crack our eggs and place them right in the middle of each hole. I'm going to simply season the eggs with a little salt and pepper, and then I'm going to top them off with the diced up turkey that we did earlier, just like so. And once we're ready to flip, we're going to go ahead and flip them over carefully because we don't want to break the yolk. For me, I like my yolk to be a little runny. And of course, if you don't like a runny yolk, you could just cook yours a little longer than I did. But I just cooked mine for a few minutes on each side, just until the bread was nice and golden and buttery and crispy. and the turkey was warmed through, and the egg was just the way I like it, kind of like an over easy egg. Now we are back to our potatoes, and they are looking really good. We're just going to go ahead and season them really quickly with some salt and pepper, and I also added a little bit of Italian seasoning that has the thyme and rosemary and delicious herbs like that. And we're going to go ahead and toss them around, and they are done, and they look absolutely delicious. We're going to go ahead and plate these alongside our egg in a hole. And that is it, you guys. With just a few simple ingredients, we were able to create something so yummy, y'all. Listen, I'm so glad that I can like mute the sounds of me chewing while I'm doing these videos, because I tore this up in literally like 2 minutes. It was so good. The potatoes were deliciously seasoned. They had a little crisp on the edges, but they were soft and pillowy on the inside. The bread was buttery and crispy. The egg was perfectly over easy, and the turkey, of course, was super delicious in this dish as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. I thank y'all so much for clicking on this video and watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Until then, bye.